Okay, people, before we get started, definitely would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to be notified when we drop new episodes. We drop new episodes of FORNEVER News every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and we re-upload some of those segments throughout the week for your viewing pleasure. So yeah, hit those buttons, subscribe, bell, all of that good stuff. Let's jump into the news. We got a doozy. The next few stories in general are going to be a doozy in terms of the world of the streaming wars. Y'all already know how it be. Netflix, Disney Plus, Crunchyroll, everybody right now is like a straight up battle royale scenario, so to speak, because everybody's making different moves. Some are upsetting fans, some are doing other things, and I guess let's start off with Netflix. Netflix recently, they've done a couple of different controversial things that have gotten some people upset, but there is some good to all of the madness and chaos in terms of they've recently announced some anime titles that are going to be coming to the platform that, no bullshit, I legitimately thought we might never see the day, because a couple of them, it's been so freaking long. I was like, okay, it's just not gonna happen. Another one of them that I'm really excited about is pretty much coming through, despite the fact that all I've heard for many years why it never really got a big release over here was that it was stuck in licensing hell. But Netflix managed to pick the lock into getting into that particular title, and we're gonna get into that in a second. But first, because this impacts if you watch some anime on Netflix, you in particular, because they recently announced the pricing for, in case you don't remember, we talked about it months back, that Netflix was going to start rolling out a tier where you still got to pay, but you can pay less and get ads on your, pretty much viewing experience. I know people don't really care for that per se, but this is something that is going to be rolled out, and it might be of interest to you, and at the same time, it's just in general going to impact your viewing experience moving forward. So let's take a look. Netflix ad-supported subscription plans to be priced at $7 to $9 USD. Bloomberg reported on Friday that Netflix is considering pricing its advertisement-supported subscription tier at $7 to $9 per month. The company plans to roll out the new subscription plans in at least 6 markets from October through November. The ads, well, that makes sense too, because those are the big money times of the year, the final quarter of the year. All the advertisements come in like, we got money for you. The ad-supported accounts would stream 4 minutes of advertisements for every 1 hour of content streamed. The plan would cost approximately half as much as Netflix's US $15.49 subscription tier, which is currently its most popular plan. Netflix commented to Variety about Bloomberg's report, stating the report is quote-unquote speculation at this point. Netflix stated in April it was considering adding an ad-supported streaming tier at a lower cost. Netflix made the announcement after stating it had a decrease of about 200,000, I still can't believe it, subscribers from January to March, far below the company's earlier projection of a gain of 2.5 million subscribers. This was the service's first drop in subscriptions in a decade. Netflix announced in June that it was laying off 300 employees from its workforce. The Hollywood Reporter stated that the layoffs constituted about 3% of the company's current 150 employees, mostly based in the United States. And so it seems as though they're going to be rolling out roughly anywhere from about $7 to probably the max $10 for this tier. I remember the days of when you could watch stuff with ads for free. Like that, the whole thing of it was, yo dog, you ain't gotta pay money, but you gotta pay with your time for ads. And it's crazy how fast forward a few years, like I remember, I want to say it was Crunchyroll that had that. I can't remember if Hulu ever did it for free. I know Hulu has had this type of scenario for a while. Now it's becoming a standard. Oh, you paying money and you're gonna watch ads, but you'll pay a little bit less than without watching ads. I think I'll pay the extra couple of bucks so that I don't have to sit through them. I mean, granted, people got to make a living. I completely understand it. That's the motto over here on YouTube. Advertisements pay the bills. So I'm not knocking it per se, but I just kind of reflect on times where things were just a little bit different. And I guess I want to start off with asking you guys a question. Is that a little bit more enticing to you to pay the $7 to $9, maybe even $10, but you have ads opposed to like the $15.49 and on that they have? I think there's other plans that like go up to like 20 something bucks. Don't quote me on that, but would you rock with that, or you think it's trash in general? How do you feel about it? I'm kind of like in the middle of it. Again, personally, I'll pay the few extra dollars because, hey, when I'm on Netflix, I just want to, Netflix on through. But who knows? Maybe in the future, this motto of kind of paying this flat fee might not even be feasible anymore. It might get to a point where no matter what you pay, you might have advertisements. I mean, like I said, that if we started off where certain services would offer a viewing experience of free but with ads, and that thing is no longer becoming a actual valid way of watching because it's not just sustainable financially, this might be the new future for a lot of different platforms. We gotta wait and see. Now, Netflix. Because another thing in the news regarding Netflix is as of September 1st, the next set of episodes in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean anime have been released. In fact, probably a little bit later after I finish getting this episode ready for you guys, I'm gonna go watch some of those episodes because I absolutely love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love Jolene Cujo, the whole thing. I just really love it. But I do gotta say that yesterday, and I tweeted this out and it was 100% facts, I was scrolling all day and it kind of dawned on me, dog, these next sets of episodes come out within a day. Obviously you're watching this and it's been a little bit since this was filmed or whatnot, but I was like, I haven't seen one tweet of anybody talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on my timeline. Now granted, by the time you're watching this, there's probably an influx of people talking about it because the episode's already out, but it definitely was telling of there was like no hype for this at all. A lot of people were replying to me, oh my god, I forgot it was even coming out. That's a testament to, again, this whole waiting and all of what they're doing, on top of the fact of a lack of marketing isn't really working out per se in terms of having the hype. Like, they gotta find new and creative ways to market this thing. Just putting it on the home screen when it's out and one tweet is not enough. Now I understand that, hey, they can't just fill up their Netflix Twitter with stuff about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. A lot of people, they don't care about anime. They're gonna be like, what are you filling up anime? I don't even like anime, get it out of here. So I understand that they're kind of in a tricky situation, but you gotta find another way to market this. I don't know, hey, you know what I'm saying, hit me up, we can talk, you know, we can talk. But I definitely noticed that it wasn't all that popping for JoJo's with Netflix right now, in terms of it's coming out in a day, and until I tweeted that, I didn't see one single tweet on my timeline about JoJo's. I'm just keeping it real. But now that we got some of that stuff out the way, we do got some good news for Netflix. As I was stating earlier, the fact that they have some really, really good titles, I mean really, really good titles, classics that are coming to the platform that I just never thought would see the light of day. Let's read. Netflix to add 13 anime titles in this new Nippon TV deal that they struck. Nippon TV announced on Monday that it has entered a partnership with Netflix, which will add 13 of Nippon TV's anime titles to the streaming platform. Netflix will add the first 38 episodes of the 2011 Hunter x Hunter TV anime in 104 countries, which I'm pretty sure we already had Hunter x Hunter. Like, I've even watched some episodes on there, so that's kind of questionable. I'm guessing they're referring to other countries, right? 104 other countries other than the West, the United States. Oron High School Host Club in 190 countries, and Claymore in 136 countries on September 1st. So it's a big bomb that they dropped with JoJo's, which is kind of crazy. Like, what do you want to give JoJo's the runway at least for a week? Like, bombarding everybody with all of this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at it at all. Like, Claymore, oh my god, I have my Blu-ray, but instead of walking downstairs and looking through my big anime shelf, I think I might just slap on my Netflix and watch some Claymore. I love Claymore. You should watch Claymore. But here's the list of titles, and I'm telling you right now, I am not BSing you. I'm not pulling your leg. This is a very, very solid addition that I'm not even paid or nothing to say this. I think it might be worth, at the very least, one quick trip to Netflix to, you know, watch all of this in a week or something, because there's some good stuff. The following titles will stream on Netflix at a later date. Okay, wait a minute. So they put those 3 up September 1st, and then the rest will be at a later date? This is a little confusing, but either way, it says they got Death Note, big title. They got Death Note Relight 1 and 2, which I want to say those were like recap movies, so just watch Death Note. You don't need the movies, like whatever. But that's still big that they got those on there as well. They got From Me to You and From Me to You Season 2. I've kind of sort of heard about that, but not really per se. Then this one right here, I've been asking for a long time. Why is nobody doing anything with this title? What the hell is going on? They got the 1997 Berserk anime. Still to this day, no matter what you say about the old Berserk anime, because the art isn't, or shall I say the animation isn't the greatest, it's the best anime adaptation of Berserk we have thus far, period. It's 2D, you got Suzumu Hirasawa on the music and all that stuff. It's honestly, it's amazing. To this day, it's still one of my favorite anime, regardless of production aesthetics or whatever. So that right there already threw me for a loop. Then I see that they added Parasite the Maxim Maxim, another anime that you could argue is one of the best anime ever made. It was just amazing, done by Madhouse. I reviewed every episode of it weekly when it came out over on my main channel, ForneverWorld. I know a lot of people came over from ForneverWorld, but recently we've had an influx in subscribers. You may not know I got a whole channel where I talk about anime and discussions and all that stuff. So yeah, I talked about Parasite the Maxim weekly, dedicated, because it was so freaking good. They got Nana. I know that that's a classic. I never watched it. I might be watching Nana. They got Hajime no Ippo, the fighting. I can rewatch Hajime no Ippo a billion times. I love Hajime no Ippo. So huge win. And then the last one that I'm not even gonna lie, I still can't believe they got it. After all of the licensing hell issues I've heard about this one, it got dubbed. I don't even think the full dub was released over here. It was dubbed by Viz Media. Great freaking dub. Monster. In case you don't know about Monster, oh my god, it's based off of the original manga by Naoki Urasawa, one of the greatest mangaka out there. I know I say one of the greatest, but I read and watch mostly great stuff. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. And Monster is no exception. That one right there, out of everything they added, is the one I'm most excited about. Like, I'm excited about Claymore. I'm excited about Death Note. A rewatch is in order. I'm excited about Berserk. A rewatch is in order. I'm excited about Parasite the Maxim. I've rewatched that a lot. I don't know if I'll rewatch it per se, but you might want to watch it because it's fantastic. I'm excited about Nana. I'm excited about Hajime no Ippo, but above all of them, I'm excited about Monster. I've only seen it one time. It's like 70 something episodes done by Madhouse Studio back in the day, and it is absolutely incredible. So yeah, Netflix, they're gonna have their fans eating. I'm not even gonna lie, this is straight up win on win. So even though there's some negatives, they didn't promote JoJo's per se in a great way, and the subscription tier for the ad supported version isn't the best deal. I would have preferred maybe a $3.99, $4.99 type of slide, but yeah, win on win with all of these titles they're adding. But let me know in that list, which anime are you most excited to watch? Death Note is really insane. Berserk, Parasite, like just so many great things. But Monster, watch Monster.
I have a dream, alone in my room as I sit with the tea. Couldn't possibly think what I often see, and you don't even know how I often blink. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read me, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.